Is Miss or Mrs. Mouse?
It's Miss Mouse. I remarried.
Okay, Mrs. Mouse. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So my husband, ex-husband, was in jail for a while, and I found out that he is currently making more.
All right, guys, this one is going to hit a little different. We have a mother who's raising kids mostly on her own, and now that her ex is making significantly more money, she's back in court asking for support. But this courtroom isn't just about math or money. It's about resentment, pride, and the emotional scars left over from their marriage. Pay attention to the tone, the pauses, the looks. This case is about more than child support.
$20,000 more extra. Why did you need to tell me that he was in jail previously?
Because it was not on the record that he was making $20,000 more, and I'm not exactly sure where he's getting it now, but it's fine. I just would like more help with the kids.
Okay, I was just confused as to why you were bringing that up, because obviously if he went to jail...
Here, the judge steps in early to clarify something important. Jail time doesn't automatically matter to child support. What does matter is current income and current responsibility. The mother mentioning jail was emotional context, but legally, the judge snaps the focus back to the children. Notice how quickly the tone shifts from personal history to financial obligation. That's courtroom discipline.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
Yes, I pay the kids' health insurance.
Okay, how much is that?
$201.
$201.
Yes.
Is that for you and the children, or for you? I mean, the children.
The children only.
Okay, got it.
Yes, and our little girl is about to start cheer, competitive cheer, which of course everyone knows is incredibly.
This moment shows how real-life pressures push parents into conflict. Cheerleading, baseball, food, clothing, these things add up fast. She's not exaggerating. Extracurriculars are often the hidden cost of parenting. The frustration you hear in her voice isn't about luxury. It's about trying to keep her kids included, stable, and supported. And the court knows that.
Makes plenty of money. He is a board member on a private equity group.
Okay, what does Joe have to do with this case? Is he the father of either of your children?
No, but they're on his insurance.
All right, so that's a good thing, right?
It's a great thing. So she's not really paying for it out of her pocket, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
Notice how the father immediately deflects by bringing up the new husband's income. This is extremely common in child support cases. The idea that a new partner should share the load. But legally, the judge shuts it down instantly. A step-parent's wallet is irrelevant. Only the biological parent's financial responsibility matters. The judge draws that boundary firmly.
All right, now continue.
So I was in jail, and I've been out for a couple of years now.
All right.
And I was not making $60,000 before I went to jail.
All right.
My wife and I, my ex-wife and I, had a shop that we ran, and after going to jail, I came out. When I was in jail, I met a couple of guys that invited me into a program to help kids with special needs. When I got out, and they gave me a job. And
listen closely here. The father talks about going to jail, but also talks about growth. He found a mentorship program for kids with special needs and built a career from it. This isn't just character development. This matters. Judges pay attention to rehabilitation. His story isn't just explanation. It's evidence of responsibility, stability, and consistency. That plays heavily in court decisions.
It will be going to our business. It will be an additional $22,000.
All right.
That, again, we hope to get new equipment and put in handicap ramps and special.
You're saying a whole lot, not answering my question.
Okay.
How much will you be making a year?
I'll be making $82,000 a year.
$82,000 a year. Okay, that's a nice little piece of money. Okay, and so you do understand that you will be paying an increased amount in child support.
This is where his earnings become clear. He didn't want to say the number directly. Notice the hesitation? Judges see that all the time. But once the number comes out, $82K, that shifts everything. Child support must reflect income that supports the child's quality of life. If a parent levels up financially, the child should too. That's the guiding principle.
Support based off that endorsement, right? And although, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And although it has not started yet, it's getting ready to pretty soon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So because of that, we're going to base your child support off of that $82,000. That's the right thing to do. It wouldn't make sense for her to have to come back once it takes effect and ask for the increase. It's going to happen today.
Okay.
All right? So
The judge makes a crucial move here. She chooses to adjust the child support now instead of forcing the mother to return later. That's efficiency, fairness, and it prevents unnecessary courtroom repeat battles. It also shows the judge understands the real world, that costs go up fast, and waiting months can harm the children's stability.
why didn't you tell me the additional $500?
I apologize, ma'am. $82,500.
You knew the amount, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you come in here to play games with me?
No, I did not, ma'am.
Okay. So $82,500 is
Yes, ma'am.
what you make a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Okay.
Correct.
This moment is subtle but powerful. The judge catches the father leaving out an extra $500 in income. It may seem small, but it signals honesty. Judges watch for sincerity more than numbers. If you appear evasive, even slightly, they assume withholding. Trust matters as much as math. The correction here wasn't about money, it was about credibility.
So, based on that, I have your child support obligation at $1,370.72. Oh, wait. She pays health insurance. So, you know you have to reimburse that to her, correct?
I do not, ma'am.
Well, now you know. You have to reimburse that to her. You're more than welcome at any time to enroll the children in your own health insurance program, but as of today, based on her testimony, it's going to be $201 that you reimburse to her. So, when you add that,
Here, child support is calculated straightforwardly. But the crucial detail, she pays health insurance, and the law says he must reimburse that. Healthcare is one of the biggest long-term costs in parenting. So the court doesn't leave that ambiguous. It's structured, fair, direct. This ensures medical coverage remains uninterrupted, which protects the kids first.
okay? And ma'am, I think that will be more than enough to cover cheer competitions in baseball. And if it's not, I suggest you go do something else in increasing your income or whatever it is that you have.
Of course.
Okay? Do you all have any other questions or concerns for me before you leave here today?
I think I'm okay.
Why are you smiling so hard?
I just thought it was humorous that
The judge acknowledges that this amount should realistically cover the activities. But the judge also states a hard truth. If the household needs more, the mother may have to increase her income too. Child support helps, but it doesn't carry everything. It's a shared responsibility, not a sole financial solution. A balanced, firm ruling.
his job is reflecting on kids with special needs, and he's just going out of his way to do stuff for kids with special needs whenever he doesn't do stuff for his own kids. Now that he's making an effort to try to help them, it makes me happy.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay, but that smile was snarky. That's not cute.
This final emotional moment is revealing. The mother's smile isn't joy, it's resentment. The judge picks up on that instantly. Courtrooms look for respect, not attitude. Even if you feel justified, presentation matters. Her comment mixes bitterness with admiration, and the judge calls it out. This is the emotional residue of co-parenting after separation. This case is a reminder that child support isn't about winning or losing, it's about stability for the children. The father improved his life, and the court adjusted support accordingly. The mother is doing the day-to-day work, and the law recognizes that too. Co-parenting is complicated, messy, and emotional. If this story hit you too, share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.
You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Moore,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband,
All right, guys, this case is about co-parenting under pressure. We have two parents who aren't enemies, but they see the world completely differently. Mom is a doctor working long hours. Dad is a self-described germ-conscious caretaker. Their children are 2 years and 18 months old, and today's decision could reshape how their daily lives look. So this one is about compromise, responsibility, and learning to meet halfway.
I'm sorry, ex-husband. We have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day, and I would like for them to go to daycare.
Notice how mom explains their previous arrangement without hostility. She's not trying to remove dad. She just cannot stay home anymore due to work. This is key. The court looks for what changed. When circumstances change, parenting plans must adjust. And right now, her job is the change that forces the conversation.
Okay, that's not bad for 2 kids. What's your opposition to that?
Well, I don't think they should be in daycare. I think she should stay with them like we originally planned. I didn't get a chance to check out the daycare. I just would rather them stay with her mom or one of our family members.
Okay, did you let him know which daycare?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He was invited to go meet the teachers and do.
Dad says he'd rather the kids stay with family. That's a valid emotional point, but legally, preference is not enough. Courts need concrete reasons, safety concerns, environment issues, documented problems. A general dislike of daycare won't hold unless evidence backs it.
I really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters,
This courtroom is full of germs.
Okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
The judge calls out the biggest issue. Dad didn't even tour the daycare. In custody cases, effort and involvement matter. If one parent refuses to participate in discussion or research, it weakens their argument because it shows avoidance, not protection.
This is one reason that we did not work out.
It's a big problem.
My ex-husband is a germaphobe, and he feels like if the children aren't kept in a bubble basically all day, that something terrible is going to happen to them. But that's no reason. That's no way for these kids to live. And I have to go save lives every day while he just sits in his living room.
Mom reveals something deeper. Dad's fear of germs runs much stronger than average. She's not being petty. This impacts daily parenting. The court must evaluate whether a parent's fears interfere with a child's ability to socialize, explore, and develop normally.
Hermetically sealed off living room.
That's dramatic.
Well, it's not that dramatic. What's dramatic is he wouldn't even show up for this tour at the daycare so he could see that it is a clean daycare. It's nationally accredited. Also, our children would have loved to have seen you.
Okay, look, with all due respect, I don't even want to be in this courtroom.
This case isn't about daycare versus family. It's about control versus flexibility. Dad believes safety means limiting exposure. Mom believes safety means healthy development and routine. Neither is wrong, but the court must choose what benefits the children long term.
Children need to stay healthy.
Well, I definitely understand, and I agree. A lot of cases, it is good for the children to be around a family member and everything like that. However, age 2 years old, and what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months.
Dad admits he doesn't want to be in court. That's important. It shows emotional exhaustion. But co-parenting isn't about comfort. The judge reminds him they are both here for the kids. This is a subtle reminder. Parenthood is service, not convenience.
Parent. So, the agreement is just going to stand what it is. You guys keep doing your agreement where you have your time with the children, and you keep rotating like that. Nobody should pay child support in this. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split it. So $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500. And
the judge introduces developmental needs, learning, structure, early social behavior. Courts often view quality daycare as educational enrichment, not babysitting. If the daycare is accredited, it strengthens mom's position significantly.
And I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it. And I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children, right? You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of...
The judge urges co-parenting cooperation. This is the core of modern family court philosophy. Neither parent should be the boss. Shared decisions, shared responsibility, shared cost. Unless there is clear harm or neglect, equal involvement is the default goal.
That you pay her off of $62,000 a year, because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well, in that case, is there anything further between either
No,
of you?
Your Honor. Thank you.
That'll be all? That'll be all from you? Okay, where you all are dismissed.
Here comes the key ruling. Split the daycare cost. This is practical, balanced, and ensures the children aren't financially affected by their parents' disagreement. Importantly, the payment goes through the state system. This prevents confusion, arguments, or he said, she said moments. Dad argues it's unfair because mom makes more money. But money alone doesn't determine responsibility. Time with the children does. Since both share physical custody, both share financial duty. The judge also subtly reminds him, if she calculates formal child support, he will pay more.
Okay, Miss Mercy, you're back.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, he's here.
Okay, all right.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. Thank you for showing up for court.
All right, guys, this one is going to get messy fast. We've got two parents who both claim they're doing what's best for their kids, but today the truth starts leaking out. There's child support, hidden income, jealousy, and even a catfish account involved. And Judge Vonda B. She's about to peel back everybody's excuses and expose what's really going on here.
Thank you.
This time.
Yeah. Listen, he showed up.
Okay.
Regardless.
I'm gonna be nice. It's a good day.
He showed up. He's here today. He's going to have his opportunity to have his day in court, just like you did, okay? Now, let's go. What's going on?
Right here, notice how calm the judge stays while asking a simple question, why are you back? But the mother jumps straight into complaints about behavior, not finances. This is the first clue. Emotions, not money, are driving today's fight. In child support court, emotional motive can cloud judgment fast.
He just really doesn't like the child support payments. I'm still having a hard time getting a hold of him. We discussed visitation and shared custody. He's not picking the kids up on his days, but he's out on social media, story going wild.
Okay, so why are you back here today? I guess I'm a little confused. Are you trying to make him pay more?
Yes.
Okay, the last time you were here, you brought in some receipts that really didn't prove that he made more money.
Now this is wild. Instead of asking for bank statements, she catfished him, created a fake profile, pretended to be someone else, and he fell for it. Legally, the judge isn't mad about how she got the info, but morally, this says a lot about trust, resentment, and how far she's willing to go to win.
You remember Marissa?
No, I don't know the Marissa.
Oh, okay. You had a lot to say to Marissa. So, Your Honor,
Wait a minute. So you created a fake account by the name of Marissa, and he was telling Marissa how much money he makes?
he fell for the bait.
She originally claimed he made $20,000 a week. That's superstar level money. But now she brings proof that it's actually $4,000 a week. A huge difference. This switch not only hurts her credibility, it also shows how desperation can make someone exaggerate to get the court on their side.
Information about how much money he makes. Are you sure it was actually him and somebody wasn't using his account?
No, it was him.
How do you know?
Because he protects that phone like his life depended on it.
Okay.
I have assistants, Your Honor, that run my social media account.
Okay. 1 second. Now.
He opens by saying he's a rapper, a performer, entertainer, and that checks out. But then he brings up a label, fundraisers, and baked goods. This is where income gets tricky. Courts don't care how you earn. If money comes into your hands and benefits you, it counts. And he doesn't have paperwork to prove otherwise.
All right. So that's an additional, if true, it's an additional $16,000 a month. Let's look through here. Okay. And you're wanting an increase of his child support. You do this much talking? Oh, hold on, I get to you in a minute. I get to you in a minute. So you want an increase of his...
When asked directly, he tries to hide behind, my assistant posted that. But Judge Vonda cuts through it instantly. If someone posts on your behalf, it represents your truth. Courts operate on accountability, not excuses. And this is where he loses ground.
All right. The $60,000 a year is 16,000. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him? Because you were here the last time, so I heard a lot of what you said, and I have my notes here in front of. I really want to hear from Dad.
Yeah, I do too, since he decided to show up today.
Listen, he showed up. Again, he showed up.
You're right, you're right.
Didn't we have this conversation?
You're right, he's here.
You were here to
The judge shifts the conversation to health insurance, a major factor many people forget about in child support cases. If one parent provides it, they get financial credit. If not, payments rise. So when he says, "I thought Obamacare was gone," he reveals he doesn't fully understand how his own obligations work.
for me.
Yes, Your Honor. COTTY.
All right. Is it Cotty?
Cotty.
Okay. Mr. Cotty,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
what's
Honor.
going
Excuse me.
on? What's going on? And when I'm asking that question, I'm not looking for, what happened in your relationship.
He claims the kids might as well live with him, but the judge asks the only question that matters: do they actually live with you? Her point is simple. Parenting has to be consistent to count. Posting online or visiting sometimes does not equal custody.
And went wrong. We've already established that. There's a court order that says you're supposed to pay $768 a month, okay? So I do have some questions about that in addition to this new evidence that she brought in. Now, you said an assistant uses your account.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
Your Honor, I'm a local rapper. That's how I do shows and stuff.
Okay.
Concerts.
When he admits he hasn't filed taxes in years, everything changes. The court relies on documented income. If you can't show where money goes, the court assumes it goes to you. No paperwork means no defense. And that silence in the room says everything.
And we do fundraisers on the weekend. We do like bake sales, and we sell baked goods. That's not taxable income because I was trying to tell her that's for the business. That's not for me personal.
You do more baking than just on the weekend.
It's my business.
Excuse
but
you.
It's I'm sorry, Your Honor.
One second, Mr. Cotty. Excuse
I'm
you.
sorry.
This moment flips the energy. The judge calls out both of them, her for being petty, him for being unreliable, and suddenly the whole case stops being about money. It becomes a mirror. Hurt feelings, old attachments, jealousy. Courtrooms don't just expose finances, they expose history.
I see my messages, but I have an assistant who runs my account. I can't be doing those day-to-day things. I got other things that I like to tend to throughout the day.
All right. So this additional money that are on your captions on social media, is that you speaking or is that your assistant?
That's my assistant speaking on my behalf.
Judge Vonda delivers the core lesson. You cannot come into court with unclean hands. If you knew how he made the money and still acted like it was new information, your argument isn't about the kids anymore, it's about control. The judge is drawing a clear line. Child support isn't a weapon. So in the end, the child support stays the same. The judge refuses to reward pettiness, manipulation, or emotional score settling. And honestly, this was a reality check for both parents. If this case hit you too, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more real courtroom moments like this one.
You brought this case before the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I'm raising 2 grandkids.
All right, guys, this one hits different. We have a grandfather raising his 2 grandkids, stepping into court asking the judge to make his own son, the children's father, finally take responsibility. Generations of frustration walk into this courtroom, and what unfolds exposes truth, anger, and one jaw-dropping revelation about where the money really went. Buckle in.
I just think it's time for him to start paying.
I agree with that. Are these children involved in any type of extracurricular activities or anything?
Oh yeah, they're getting up to the age where sports are there. I'm having to run across town to soccer and then...
I'm there too, man.
Obviously
Well-
not, and I'm not talking to you, so I need you to wait your turn.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
I hate to admit it, but I've told him since he was a kid.
Here, the grandfather sets the tone. He's not asking for anything extra, just support for the grandkids he's already raising. But listen closely, the disappointment, the emotional weight, the exhaustion. This isn't just about money. This is about a parent stepping in where a parent failed.
He's not taking responsibility. He comes by and sees the kids occasionally, but he has not been much of a father to them at all.
Okay, where is the mother?
Well, she couldn't take much, I guess, of him anymore, so she left.
I kicked her out.
You what?
Excuse me?
The judge steps in quickly to stop insults. This tells you something powerful. The court isn't just deciding payments, it's demanding accountability and respect. The father has already damaged trust. Now the court becomes the only structure holding this family together.
13 and 15.
13 and 15. Okay. Now, is there anything else you would like for me to know before I move to him?
Well, he goes a long time without working, and now he finally has a part-time job, I think, now, and probably couldn't afford much, but more than the money, I think it's time that he starts showing some manly responsibility. He's never done it before.
And I definitely agree.
When the grandfather says the mother is gone and the kids still miss her, the emotional tension deepens. These kids aren't just unsupported financially, they've lost stability at home. This puts even more weight on the father's responsibility. And right now, he's not showing up.
Here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you say you work about 20, 30 hours a week.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money do you make?
$15 an hour, so a couple of thousand a month, I think.
Okay. 1,000 a month.
I think there's something, if I may, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I think there's something that, in case he doesn't volunteer it, he has just recently got a settlement.
Oh.
The father says he just got a job, but at only part-time hours. Notice how quickly the judge focuses on facts, income, consistency, involvement. Excuses don't matter here, the children do.
Honesty out of you. How much is this settlement?
Well, my understanding is that his portion of it, I guess after legal fees and all, was about $100,000.
$100,000?
Oh, man, come on.
You think it's funny? You think this is funny? You think it's a game?
I think it's funny.
You think it's funny?
Yes.
Why? Because you got more than
Because-
that? You want to tell me you got more than that?
No.
So why is that funny? You're
Because I
not.
don't-
And here's the moment everything flips. The grandfather reveals the father received a large settlement, something the father never mentioned. Suddenly, the judge, and we, understand why he tried to paint himself as broke. The truth is starting to crack open.
It does
get
not
them for
cost. Excuse me, sir. What type of crazy do you think I am? It does not cost $100,000 for braces.
I got a couple other things too. I mean, there might be some left.
Okay, and you didn't bring that to court with you, did you? To show the proof of that.
That
Yes or
was
no?
in my name.
Did you bring?
Watch the judge's reaction. This is where tone changes from patient to sharp. The court will always take honesty seriously. But a parent hiding resources while claiming poverty? That's when consequences start landing fast.
A while back, so you don't remember.
Well, I mean, I do,
I guess
but
blowing that money off made you lose your memory, huh? So what we're getting ready to do is make you pay child
That's
support
fun.
to your dad. I'm glad that because we're not about to joke, and I want to see that same smile on your face when I read these numbers out to you on how much you're going to pay on child support. Okay, so at $102,000, I have your gross at $8,500, which brings your net to a total of.
He claims the money is gone, but cannot show receipts. The judge immediately catches the deception. In child support court, lack of documentation means lack of credibility. And credibility is everything.
$250 a month.
$250. So we're going to make you reimburse that to your dad for health insurance, okay? So as I was saying, net $6,525.63. That would bring your child support before the reimbursement to $1,631.41. Did you need to write it down? $1,000.
Here comes the hammer. The judge is not calculating support based on his part-time job. She is basing it on the actual income, the settlement itself. This is crucial. Child support is based on total financial capacity, not excuses.
$1,000 a month.
Okay, but you also have a settlement for $102,000. And I'm deeming that income because under Texas law, I have the right to. So your child support is not going to be set at $15,000.
at 15, based on $15 an hour.
Health insurance reimbursement pushes the total even higher. The father is now responsible for contributing financially in a real, meaningful way. No more hiding. No more running. The numbers speak louder than excuses now.
Afraid, Your Honor, he has spent a lot of the rest of that too. I think that's the reason he's hawing about
Well,
what he is.
you know what, sir, and that's fine if he did, because he has to be able to give you $1,800 a month in child support. Otherwise, you'll have far more serious issues, okay?
Right.
Anything further?
Well, I love my grandchildren, but I told him along the way, once he hooked up with the lady he married, that he had all the fun, so it's been his responsibility to help take care of them.
The judge reminds everyone, under Texas law, she can count that settlement as income. This is not punishment, it's fairness. If you have money to spend on yourself, you have money to support your children. And there it is. A grandfather who refused to let his grandchildren go without, and a judge who refused to let a parent escape responsibility. Sometimes love looks like sacrifice. Sometimes love looks like accountability. If this moment hit you the way it hit us, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more powerful courtroom stories.